as a human being, we run from the future, we run from the past, and we think about these things all the time. And when you don't like your present situation, when you don't like where you're in, you want to get out of it. So what do? You think about the future. What do? You think about the past. But for me, my problem was I was too rooted in looking in the future. And the truth was, I've been running from the present the whole entire time. We all do things to not be in the present moment. And when we do this, we run from reality. And when I say this, I literally mean you're bypassing the truth. And the truth of accepting that this reality, the one that we're in the present moment, whether it's something you want, something that you don't want, you have to accept that that is the reality, And it's a painful acceptance that everybody has to come to on their own terms to understand that you're running from what you have to sit in. You don't want to work that job and you're going every day and you're sitting. However many hours you got to work, you got to be there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you feeling. You feel me? Like you still got to do that because you got to pay X, Y, and Z. And understanding that all of these things, we have to accept it. I'll give you an example, like being in class, right? Being in school. You don't like a teacher. You don't like the class you in. You might have to do that shit for months. You might have to do that for a year. However long you gotta, do what you gotta do. And being in class, I always, if I didn't like the class, I didn't like the teacher, what would you do? You'd be on your phone. What would you do? You'd be doing something else. You're not paying attention in class. And it's like, I have always been running from the present moment, whatever that was. Even just being in class and doing certain things to not be there while I'm there, because I just didn't want to be there. Think about home things, there's shit, a whole bunch of shit that I've seen that since a kid I've conditioned myself to not be in the present. You got an argument going on at home. You don't want to be in that situation. When I get home, what do? I might be on the game. People are arguing, because I just didn't want to be in that exact moment and absorb all the argument. Like, it just is something that I feel like is worth noting and worth mentioning on this journey, because we're all living different lives and we're feeling the same exact thing. You feel me? Like, I really just want to note that you might have been running from the present the whole time since a kid, and I feel like I'm not alone. You doing things other than living the present moment and running from it, it leaked to other things in your life. It leads to how you go about everything. It lead to the things that you do like to do and being present. You might struggle with it, and things that you really want to focus on, and for some reason you can't lock in. And the reason you can't lock in is because you're not saying thank you. You're not being present in the very moment that you're in, and you're not surrendering to the moment. We must surrender to the moment. We have to surrender to the moment in order for us to focus on what we have to do that makes the future a thing. The future is not a thing until you do what you got to do in the present. And when you're thinking about just the future, all I've been doing is thinking about the future so much, so far into it, that it became an illusion. You feel me? It became an illusion because yeah, I'm still working towards the future, but once I stop and I start thinking about the future, I'm not doing anything but thinking about it. And I'm not saying don't plan, don't think about. I'm not saying that, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can get into a space where you're just literally obsessing about things that have happened to you in the past and things that happen to you in the future. And this book that I'm reading is called The Power of Now. Love it. Love it. 10 out of 10. And it's practically talking about when you are contemplating the past and when you're thinking about the future, you're unconscious. You're not dead. You're unconscious. And when you're in the moment, you're conscious. So when you're thinking about the future or the past, it robs you of that present moment, which helps you get further, and that's what makes you unconscious. And I'm just like, holy shit. Because how many times are you doing something, right? You're doing something, and the whole time you're doing something, you're doubting yourself. You feel me? Like you're doubting yourself every step of the way. Being an artist, I make a whole bunch of songs, and you can see the product and it's done or whatever. Yo, every line, every note that I'm trying to hit, and I'm not by myself. This is everything. I just want to talk about this and make this, I want to put this out there so people who are pursuing what you're pursuing don't feel like people are doing whatever it is they're doing. They just have it. They don't have it. They're listening to a voice in their head literally telling them you can't do it. Every time I write a song, something's telling me this shit is ass, even though I know it's not. You know? So like and it's your mind. And you understanding that you are not your mind. I have to tell myself this shit every day. Cause it's really a fight. It's a battle. And you don't just achieve, bro. You have to fight this battle and achieve. You get what I'm saying? Except that you literally have no other option. You don't have any other option but to be here right now in this moment. And if you don't like the situation that you're in, you have to sit with that. You gotta accept that. And you gotta be in the present and get to that next moment. What the fuck is it that you need to do right now that gets you to that next moment? Me coming and putting this camera here and talking, this shit was hard for me for some reason. For 5 days, I haven't made a video, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck? And I was like, I know what I want to talk about, but I just didn't end up something that I do regularly. It was so fucking hard, and I'm here, you know? I'm here, I'm doing it. And it could be simple, but the things that are simple are the hardest. You know, they're the hardest when you need that push, and you have to push yourself. So you got to show up. You got to show up and understand that those voices are against you, but you are the one hearing those voices. So what do you want to do when you hear them? Think about how hard it is to focus. For me, it is. I'm a 2000 baby coming up in this era that we're in now. And now it's crazy. My attention span is so short, and I'm trying to rewire it to getting myself back, getting my attention back. And when it comes down to, think about the industries. They literally know that attention spans are cooked right now. Shorts, reels, those videos play immediately. You don't click a reel. You don't click a video. You open your fucking feed and it's automatically playing. There's a psychological reason for that. I think it's in a Netflix thing called The Social Experiment. I'm pretty sure. And they're talking about this. And it's just fascinating because everybody's trying to rob you of your attention. They're literally trying to rob whatever focus that you have. That's what they're doing. You ever go to look for something on social media and you literally forget what you went there for? That's why videos play on their own, so that it throws you off and you could just stay there. And it's just like, people notice. Now imagine about what you have to do to achieve things for yourself. This attention, this time, you can't do it for real. Because like you're being robbed every chance they get, because it's just pocket money. It's money to their pockets if they could get your attention. And it doesn't matter if it's doing anything for you, it's doing something for them. And like, it's just really crazy. And when you start to think about this shit, it gets so wild that you won't believe in anything. And I'm doing this here. Like, the real is, YouTube is a place where you put videos up, you make money because people watch you, but you got to be given some type of value, or nobody's going to like watch what you're saying because it's not giving them anything. So with your time is expensive to me. You get what I'm saying? And I just want to share that I appreciate you tuning in. And we're talking about this shit. Hopefully, I'm providing value that makes you, tune in and watch. But I'm not trying to rob you. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have you watch this shit and me get everything and there's nothing I'm giving you. What's the point of that? You feel me? Everything is fair exchange. And let's continue. I have been trying to run from the moment. I have been trying to run from the present moment every chance I get, and being by myself. And when you get by yourself, that's who you really are. And noticing that I struggle when I'm really by myself. Like, yeah, I get things done, but it's okay understanding and saying that you struggle. You know what I'm saying? And just being aware of, what it really is to be present. We're never going to do it enough. We always could do it more. And really just trying to sharpen our tools, bro. Our tools for the fight. When you're trying to be present and you slip, it's fucking-K. It's okay. It's okay to slip. But because you know about it, your mind is like, oh shit, I slipped. You ain't do that before. You wasn't doing that before. Now you doing that. Now you can acknowledge, oh shit, oh yeah, I got caught up real quick. Now you come back to the task. Don't beat yourself up about it, because before you couldn't tell that Yo, damn, I'm distracted. You couldn't tell that shit. So now, flowers. Be proud of yourself, bro. This shit is not easy, bro. This life shit is not easy, bro. But you have to make your mind your friend. Your mind is a tool. It's telling you, it's giving you good thoughts. It's giving you a lot of bad thoughts. You gotta make it your friend. You gotta be like, hey, friend give you a good idea. Yo, I love that idea. Yo, that was beautiful. Friend give you a bad idea. Yo, what the fuck was that, bro? Like, like you just gotta be real with it, and you gotta take the things that make your life better and be present. Be present. I'm saying all of this shit. I need to do more of everything that I'm saying. Like, there is no I made it. I've arrived. Like, there is none of it. I'm forever just trying to shift how I'm thinking about this shit and become more effective in my thought processes or processes. I don't know. Yeah, bro, but really, really be fucking present. And if you are on the same shit with me, it's something from a kid. Think about it. Me, I've been seeing domestic shit growing up, and I would literally not want to be present. So I did anything in my power to not be present. And it makes me think, class, I didn't like class. I would be on my phone in class. I'd be writing lyrics in class. All of that shit. I was never present. Test came. What the fuck you think happened? I was never present. You know? I didn't care. So when you do want to care and you're struggling to be present, it's because your whole life conditioned you not to be present. It could be trauma. It could be a whole bunch of other things, but just acknowledge it. That there is no changing. If you don't like your story, you don't like what it is right now, the only way to change it is to sit and be in it, meditate on it, breathe in it, and understand that this doesn't change until I change it. So it's not yo, if I was rich, no, bro, you gotta take them actions to be rich. You feel me? It's not a if, it's not a one day. Don't do none of that shit, bro. Just put action to it. And when you're struggling to do the action, sit with yourself in silence and listen to all of those thoughts. Listen to all of those thoughts. Break down your steps into small steps and act on it. The doubt is not you. Do you hear me? The doubt is not you, bro. That is your mind. And once you can identify, I'm not the only person to say this shit. There's a whole bunch of people saying it. If you never heard of it, I'm just happy to put the shit in your face. Pause. But I'm gonna just give you an example, right? Like a job. You work a job. They give you, what is it? If you there 15, 20 years, they give you like an accolade. They're like, oh, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, celebrating 10 years, right? Yo, that is your mind with bad thoughts. And they get an award because a lot of things that we think are so rooted, like a tree. It's like a tree, bro. Old ass tree is rooted for so long that they just live there. They live there. They get accolades the longer they live because they still stay with you. They still in your head. They still determining how you do shit. They still, you feel me? So we gotta fire them. We gotta fire these thought patterns. We gotta understand. Look at them. Yo, hey, oh, you're not doing the job, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. And it's just like the doubt is not you. The doubt is not you. I'm on this journey right now. I'm documenting this journey. This is gonna be like my 100 gigs, to be honest. These are like interviews. Ain't nobody interviewing me. This is the journey, and right now we gotta hit. We gotta hit. I think I say this every video, but yeah, we do gotta hit. We gotta hit right now, and I need to get it over the finish line. It got a sample in it though. That's a convo for another day. I'm doubting myself every step of the way. But now with these books that I'm reading and shit, it's showing me that it's not me. It's still me, but I gotta push through those thoughts. And we're humans. We're human beings, and we're so complex, and we struggle. And it is our job to fight our worst critic, which is us. Nobody else. Nobody externally could do what you're doing to yourself in your mind. Once you understand that, bro, it's up. It's up. Keep winning them battles. I'm just dropping whatever I think is helpful to me and may it help somebody. And I'm nothing. I'm literally nothing. I'm just bringing the message. Fuck my life. Fuck what I do. Fuck who I am. If it can help you, if you could take it and put it in your life and apply it, bro. That's it, bro. That's the goal of this. I ain't shit. I'm nobody, bro. I got a lot to learn. I love y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is a long one. Love y'all. Shorty on gotta stay at home.